welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther. I'm also going to use this opportunity to welcome the future travelers to our comprehensive guide on filling out the form DS-260 for your US visa application. So whether you are embarking on a journey or reuniting with loved ones, getting your visa application right is very, very essential. So before I dive right in, I would like you to note all these things I'm going to say down. So first of all, I'm going to start with the principal applicants and all family members applying for a diversity visa program must complete form DS-260. So you will need to enter your DV case number into the online DS-260 form to access and update the information about yourself and your family that you included in your DV entry. So those are the information you entered when you were filling out the lottery form. So if your family circumstances have changed after you have entered the diversity visa program, for example, maybe if you have gotten married or you had a child, you will need to add your new family members to your case. So the family member actually refers to a spouse or unmarried children who had not reached the age of 21 before you entered the DV program. And then when adding your family members to your case, you would need to upload a document as well to prove your relationship to the family member that is being added. So if you had a spouse or children prior to submitting your original entry, that was last year for those that are DV 2025, but you did not include them on your original entry form, such errors may actually render you as well as any of your family members ineligible for the diversity visa. So if you listed a spouse or child on your original entry who was not your spouse or child at the time of entry, such errors too may also, cause your application to be denied, as well as your family members. So you make sure that you have those have this, at the back of your mind. And as indicated, if your family circumstances have legitimately changed after submitting your original entry, then you should add those family members, and all family members' applications will be reviewed. So if you have them added before your entry, before you enter the DV lottery, make sure that you add them while filling the form. Accessing the form DS-260, first thing first, you have to visit the consular electronic application center, which is the ceac.state.gov/ceac. I'm going to put that in the description box below as well. You select the DS-260 online immigrant visa and alien registration application option. So your first step in this application process is to log in using your case number and an invoice ID that was provided by the National Visa Center. So you enter your DV case number without the zeros. The numbers actually comes in. Sometimes you can see like 5 zeros in between. Make sure that you remove those and enter the number without the zeros, because entering the full case number with zeros will generate a validation error. So if you receive those kind of errors, make sure that you check your case number properly. And then once you have logged in, please do not use the browser's back or refresh buttons while using the CEAC site. Instead, you use the navigation links on the page, because there is next and there's previous. So those two links are the ones that you would use. If not, you will lose information if you use the browser's back or refresh button, and you will need to log back into the application as well. And also know that if there is no activity for 20 minutes or more in the process of completing your form, your session will expire and some of your data might also be lost. So your data entered will be saved automatically as you move through your application by clicking the next button. But if you get timed out, maybe on the current page and your personal information page, and then you get timed out that you didn't make anything, you didn't do any entry for 20 minutes, you're gonna get timed out, and that page is you're gonna lose the data on that particular page. So make sure that once you start, just keep going until you are done. But if you need to take a break, that's fine, but just make sure that you've gotten to the next page before you close the page, or leave it there for it to expire itself. So the second step is your personal information. You have to begin by entering your personal details accurately. This includes your full name, your dates of birth, your place of birth, your gender, your nationality, and also your marital status. Make sure you remember to use the same information as you have in your international passport. So the third step is the address and phone number. You have to provide your current address and contact information, and make sure that the address is where you can receive mail during the visa processing period. You also have to include your email address and phone number for communication purposes. So make sure you use the contact information that they can reach out to you easily. And the fourth step is your passport information. You have to enter details from your passport, including the passport number, issuance and expiration dates, and make sure your passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your intended travel date. So you have to make sure that your passport has the expiry date is at least in the next 6 months, a year, at least a minimum of 6 months. Step 5 is the family information. You have to provide information about your immediate family members, including your spouse and children. You have to include their full names, their dates of birth, their places of birth, and their relationship to you. And once you provide those information, make sure you have a document to back those up. And step 6 is your previous US travel information. So if you have that, you can disclose your previous travels to the United States if you have any of that, and you can include the details such as your dates of entry, duration of stay, and purpose of visit. But if you don't have, you can leave it blank and move on to the next step, which is work and education information. You have to enter your in details your educational background and your current employment status. You have to provide information about your highest level of education completed and also your current occupation. Make sure you are straight, direct, no lies, be truthful about all the information that you'll be entering. So now step 8 is the security and background information. You have to answer questions related to the security and background checks truthfully. This includes inquiries about criminal history, terrorism involvement, and other security related matters as well. And next, the step 9 is additional information. So you have to use that section to provide any additional details that may be relevant to your visa application. This could include maybe previous visa denials, medical conditions, or other information that you think would be helpful to speed up your application. And lastly is the step 10. You have to review and submit your form. Before submitting your DS-260 form, you have to carefully review all the information for accuracy and completeness. And once satisfied, you can submit your application electronically. Remember, any false information could result in denial. So whatever you are putting in there, make sure that you have proof to back it up. And after submitting the form DS-260 online, you have to print the confirmation page, because you are required to bring that confirmation page to your visa interview. And also, please be aware that the Kentucky Consular Center, the KCC, can only tell you if your form has been processed. KCC will not tell you whether or not your family members are eligible for the visa or not. Only the consular officer who interviews you can actually make that decision. So if you need to contact the Kentucky Center, you can always include your name, your birth date, and your case number as exactly as they appear in the entrance status check. Your case number can be, it should be clearly written either in the upper right hand of your email or on the subject line of your email, because KCC only receives inquiries by email. So do not mail any paper documents or anything to the Kentucky Consular Center, because any paper documents that will be received, they will all be destroyed. So the only communication is through email. And the KCC email address for diversity visa inquiries is kccdv@state.gov. I'm also going to put those in the description box below. So there you have it. Hopefully this guides you through. If you have followed this accordingly, then you will successfully complete your form DS-260 for your US visa application. And then you have to sit back, relax, and wait for further instructions from the US embassy or consulate. So I wish you the best of luck on your journey ahead. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Share this video to those who you think might need it. And if you have successfully completed your form DS-260, please also let us know in the comment section below. Or if you need help completing yours, that means maybe you are facing any difficulty or you have questions surrounding your application, please also let us know in the comment section below, because we are all here to help each other. So guys, stay charming, stay fabulous, stay healthy, and stay blessed. I will see you in my next video. Bye.